Here's where we're headed up there, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it after I'm up there and get started. Well, I've just done my first hole in the field, and it was some iron garbage. I've switched to my big coil. I parked down there. You see this is a big, I think it's an 80-acre field. Sorry about the wind noise. My Jeep's pretty well camouflaged out here, but the guy that sprayed for the farmer this year was kind of a letdown. He left a big chunk right here unsprayed, and it's like my hot spot. That's a big bummer for me, but you know, that far side is all right. This cut through is okay, so there'll still be more stuff to find. But aside from finding some old relics and some bullets and coins out here, this place probably, I'm gonna go off of something like a amateur but really knowledgeable arrowhead hunter told me one time that I met out here. He said this place was probably a settlement, and he was saying that based on the fact that he was finding a lot of pottery, and he said that the only time he ever finds this much pottery in one place is when they lived here for a while. This place right over here, let's see where my point, right about here, there's a little hump. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm pretty sure that's where they spent a lot of time making their arrowheads, because there's just napping material all over the ground over there. And I guess this unfortunately predates me a little bit, but predates me being out here. I guess this field is loaded with arrowheads, but the farmer that the property's leased to started doing no-till drill about 10 years ago. And since he's not tilling anymore, it doesn't turn up the arrowheads like it used to. I found maybe 2 out here ever. But apparently in its heyday, it was quite the spot, and that's when people were finding all the pottery and things like that. So anyway, Legend, iron in the hole #1, just got started, had my lunch, let's go. All right, I got the first high tone of the field. I don't know where it's at yet. I think it's over here according to my, yep. Oh, it's a coin. Oh, looks like maybe a modern nickel, but let's check it out. It might be a button. Oh, it's a button. Oh, look at that. Shank's there, but bent over. Don't see any writing. No. Nothing fancy on the front, I do not believe. Here, let's help our focus issues. But that is a flat button with shank, bent over shank. That is a sign of age, and that's what I want to keep finding here. Let's find something cool. Lure again. Well, this might be shaping up to be a lucky 30 or 40 seconds, because they're out of sight now, but the pair of bald eagles that I love seeing out here just flew over the river. And right after that, I got a high tone in here, and I think I moved it. It's in this clod, I think. No, under it. Oh, I see something. Oh, so this is what I was telling you guys about on the way in. Lots and lots of lead splatter. Not even by where I think they heated it right now. Let me see. I identify it by a big depression in the ground. And of course I'm guessing, but I think that's where maybe like a furnace was or something like that. But I found 3 or 4 blocks of raw lead so far. And now I just got this. Looks like a splatter melt. So we're gonna keep looking for the good stuff. Well, the only thing interesting about this target was that it was a solid 25 and it did not change. I usually like those because they can oftentimes be a very intentional shape. So something, you know, not like a broken piece of trash or a crumbled up piece of can or something like that. But the camera's rolling, so I'll probably be wrong. Just for those that don't use a Legend on the regular, solid 25 is a nickel signal and all the other crap that goes into nickels. So let's see what we got here. Ain't gonna be able to see it without the pinpointer. No. Man, I can't stand it when, look at that. It is a coin. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It looks nickel sized. I see something on it. Can y'all see something on it? And I was about to start dogging on. Oh, I think I see a shield. Do I really see a shield? Will that be my second shield nickel out of here? There we go. I was just about to say, I don't like it when YouTubers leave their probes on. Oh my goodness. What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Did I see a shield? Nope, I saw a regular old Jefferson face. Oh man, what a heart stopper. Oh, disappointment of the year. That's saying something because it's December and the year's almost up. You just don't expect to find stuff like this out in the middle of a field that's been around for a couple hundred years, but of course it's been used for the entirety of the couple hundred years, so stuff like this happens. I bet it's a rare kind of Jefferson. That absolute heartbreaker of a Jefferson was right there. I'm about 4 feet away. And I got a so-so signal. Jefferson nickels come up at about 25, and I got a 21, 22. Not thinking much of it. Still a little disappointed by the Jefferson shenanigans. And then I pull out this. The front didn't make me think right off that it was super old, and then I started seeing the dimples and turned it around, and we got full shank. Look at that. Maybe one of y'all can get on there and tell me about shanks. I've heard people, man, I'm gonna have to get better at this camera stuff, you guys. I'm sorry I keep taking the things out of frame and out of focus and stuff, but anyway, I've heard people talk about different shanks and welded on shanks and all this kind of stuff, and if anybody wants to get on and school me on a quick tutorial on welded on versus however else they attached and what to look for, that'd be awesome. But that looks like an old shank. If I've understood YouTubers correct, and YouTubers are always right, when they're just chunked on like that, that's old stuff. So that's pretty cool. Let's find something else cool. All right, still in the field. Got that much sunlight left. I am still in the vicinity of the flat buttons, the Jefferson nickel, and the depressions and all that. And we're gonna do a live dig. .32, .34. Such a bad camera mount. You see it? I see it. Looks like, oh, I can see that shank. Look how pretty that is. Come on, focus up. Look at that little bitty shank. Did I just bust it? I felt something crack. Oh, I did. Glad I had it on. Oh, wait. No, I didn't. It's just a funny angle. Man, I suck at camera work. I'm gonna have to get the chest mounted GoPro if I keep doing this. Whoa, look at that green. Look at that green. gonna clean this up real slow with a toothbrush, and I'll get right back on here. All right, just gonna be a little smooth button, real tiny guy. I don't know what makes a cuff button and what doesn't, but I'm on YouTube, so I'll pretend to know. This is a cuff button. I think you can see it on camera. There's that depression we've been talking about. I'm 10 feet from it. I found yet another button. So something happened here. Don't know what it was, but I'm happy for the history. Let's try another live dig here. Signal is a solid 20. And I don't remember if it was very deep or not. Oh. That's gonna be another button. Are you kidding me? A busted button? Sorry, I'm not being a very good host. Another flat button. There's shank, or else I wouldn't have guessed it. Another little flat button. Jeez, maybe they're not made of lead. I was gonna say maybe they made flat buttons and musket balls, but I can say whatever I want. As soon as this makes it to YouTube, I'm a professional. Cool. You guys are not gonna believe it, but I got another button signal. I don't know what it is yet, but man, that's, I don't know, 5 or 6 buttons on the day. This is making me rethink this site. That's a lot of lost buttons. Maybe this was some colonial magic mic show or something like that, tearing each other's clothes off. I don't know. There's a lot going on here when it comes to buttons. Let's see if we can find this. I'm a bad cameraman. I really need to get a GoPro. I should ask my wife for a GoPro set up for Christmas at some point. I found my target. I left it in situ. I think that's cool. I was just thinking though, here in the Midwest, we got so much less history. We got some good history, but we got so much less history than the guys over on the East Coast, the Hoover Boys and Stealth Diggers and Green Mountain Metal Detecting. Those guys' history goes back so much longer than ours. I don't really have to worry about getting accused of planting anything, but here's my, what I think is a musket ball. Let's see. Yes, it is. Musket ball, number 2 on the day. Giddy up. Let's get going. We can dig some more holes. Sun is not down. All right, I just popped the plug. 32 signal, 32, 33. Couldn't hear it, so I flattened it with my boot and found it. Haven't uncovered it yet. Let's see what we got. There we go, I see it, I think. We got us another musket ball. That one's ring high. My. See, when I see weird seams in them like this, where'd it go? Where'd they go? When I see weird seams like that, it just makes me think that it was some kind of a reject that they decided to throw away. But again, more musket balls and buttons. As I uncover yet another button. Pretty little thing. Let's dig some more holes. Sundown's coming. You guys, this is the most insane day ever. I can't stop tripping over buttons. Look at that guy. Look at that. Thanks a little off center and the, or maybe it's just bent a little bit. I mean, come on. So cool. Awesome. All right, We are on yet another target, 2526. Let's see what we can find here. This? Lead, fired musket ball. There's another one right next to it. Let's see what this one is. I'll come back in if it's anything good. All right, that was a heck of a day. Found more buttons in a single day than I ever have, so that was really cool. I'm now over by the pond, and I got the wrap up set up, so I'm gonna turn you around. We're gonna take a look. This is all raw lead. I'm gonna look it up. I think it's called galena. I found these 3 in a spill. I'm not sure what they are, but I think they're historically important. I've gone ahead and called some museums, and the last one finally confirmed that I am the first one to ever find a spill of these that they know of. They didn't really want to talk to me about what they are. I think it's some kind of a history conspiracy of some kind. My 2 lone coins, what I think is a wheat penny, and my heartbreaking Jefferson. I don't know if I showed you guys this on camera. It's some kind of a thank you award medallion thingy on the back. It has a thank you note from some kind of children. I haven't cleaned it up well enough to know. Found that in the yard of one of the houses that I didn't really film much in. You guys saw the earring. I think these are from a busted ball bearing out in the middle of the field. The museum also said that I am the only one to find a spill of those ever. I've got 4 musket balls, and then the most surprising part of the day, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shanked buttons. I mean, some of them are broken off, but shank as in the age. Pretty wild. Really great day for me out here. And we're going to continue to hit old sites like this of houses that are either really old or torn down. And we're gonna see what we can find of what people left behind.